For more insight on President Trump's federal surge, let's go to CBS correspondent Scott MacFarlane. Scott, good to be with you.
Hey, Simone, it's really striking at this moment in time. There are nearly 2,000 National Guard members either in the community or headed here soon.
We know, at the top of the hour, we talked about the president announcing that he would go on patrol with police and military officials tonight. What more are you learning on this event?
The timing is somewhat fluid on this, but this has been characterized as the president being out and about in a D.C. community with law enforcement. When the president rolls out with law enforcement, it's not just with law enforcement, it's surrounded by his own protective detail. The president goes out with the Secret Service, obviously, and the U.S. Park Police fly out in advance of a presidential detail, even when it's just in town. So some of this is going to be with law enforcement. Some of this is going to be in conjunction with his own protective detail. So it's difficult to say if he's going to be able to get up close to any people or part of Washington, D.C., whether it be northeast, southeast, northwest, or southwest. But I can tell you this for certain. We've seen when the vice president and defense secretary went to Union Station yesterday, they were surrounded by cameras, a production crew. Other arrests so far in this initiative have brought social media or videographers along with them. So much of this is to be shared on social media by the administration itself.
I am curious, while you touched on that, because we were live yesterday when the VP and other members of the president's team came out to thank the National Guard at Union Station. You touched on the protesters. They were loud. They were heckling them. Would you expect to potentially be seeing that again here in just a couple of hours?
That would presuppose people got in close enough proximity to even be in earshot of the president. That's not always the case when the president of the United States traveled, be it President Trump or his predecessors. But there's also the other dynamic that shouldn't be lost on people. This federal takeover of Washington, D.C.'s police department has a range of opinions. It's not a binary thing where you're all against it or all for it. We've spoken to a number of people, be it in Congress Heights, Anacostia, Shaw, who say we like this part, we don't like that part. This is great, this is awful. Because it's not such a simple opinion among people who live in our community, difficult to know what the reaction is going to be from everybody, but it's not lost on the president that this is a community that voted overwhelmingly for everybody who's run against him.
Well, what a moment to have the president of the United States patrolling the streets of D.C. with the National Guard. Scott MacFarlane joining us tonight. Appreciate your time. Thank you.